Welcome everybody. Have to apologize, I haven't put out a video in a couple of days. It's been a rough couple of days, but I got a parcel in the mail that should be interesting. This one is from the one I keep recommending to you, my TV Opal on Facebook. I just reached out to her and said, hey, this is my budget. Can you put together a parcel for me? She sent me 4 stones in a video. There was one that I wasn't particularly tickled about, so she swapped it out for another one, and this is what we've got. Okay, so we got 67, 68 carats, it looks like, in just 4 pieces. It was $500 plus shipping. But let's see, so that's roughly $125 a stone. Let's pick this one right here. Look at this. Look at that color bar. Big, thick, broad color bar. The drawback to this one is this low spot right here. We could have had a big, high dome on a big stone right here. That low spot right there and this chip right here are going to make it to where we probably don't get that. So this one might be a choice of, do we split it right there, get a big high domed or a nice medium-sized high dome stone from that? Or do we look, yeah, because that low spot in there, there is, yeah, I'm not seeing a whole lot of, well, I guess there is color in the bottom of that, but not a lot, so I don't think we want to take it down that far. So I think this one needs to be a split, but that's a nice one. This one right here, double color bar all the way around. That looks like a split it in the middle and try to get a stone off the top and a stone off the bottom. I don't know how big the one on the top would be, but that looks like a nice solid straight thick color bar for the bottom one. Okay, here's a little guy. Again, a double color bar, not thick enough to split it, and I don't think, hard to say which one of these we want to go after. It's going to be tough. I think the top one is the one we want. The top color bar there, but there's 2. That's some crazy good color. And then finally, this one is possibly the best one and possibly the worst one of the parcel. So look at the red color right there and other colors, and it does show up on this side here. If you look close, it's right here in this corner. I can't see anything in this side right here, but we're hoping that it goes from side to side here, and then and that color is down into here someplace, so we get that. But that looks like it might be. So the question is, which one do we go cut? Let me decide and I'll tell you in a second. Okay, so this is the stone that I picked. I'll show it to you in a second. I have a couple of announcements. I have the winner. I finally got the other winners mailed out today. I've been busy. I finally have the winner to the What Language was the song I sang a couple videos ago. It took a while because nobody had the correct guess, and then right at I think probably yesterday or today, I saw 3 different correct answers. So I'll be announcing the winner of that ring, the stone in the ring, and you just have to reach out to me. I'll put my email in the description of this video. If you're the winner, reach out to me on email, and we'll get you that ring sent out. And then I think, oh look, this is one of the Mass Jab Death stones. It had quite a bit of cracking in it, so I didn't dare cut it into I didn't dare cut it up into smaller stones, but it's got a lot of color in it that's pretty for a pendant. Can't see it very good in this light, but and then I think we're going to do a little bit of a different phase for videos, where I've been cutting hundreds of stones, and I've never tried to sell any. And so I think maybe we'll try to let you guys follow the, how difficult is it I've done videos where I told you if you're going to cut stones, you need to set them in jewelry, because the whole world likes jewelry, but only a few people would want to buy finished stones. But I'm going to sell some of my ones that are higher end that I think need to be in better jewelry. Than I don't want to buy like a silver sterling, sorry, a silver semi-mount and mount it in something that simple. So I'm going to try and sell them on some of the Facebook pages that are there. If any of you have interest in some of the stones, maybe at the end of this video I'll preview some of the ones that I'm going to sell. The pair that came off of the $1,700 Andamuka crystal stone that I paid $775 for. I'll be listing that pair as a nice set. I think I'll probably price it around $1,000. I think is a fair price. We'll see if it goes for that. And then I've got a couple other really nice ones that I've cut recently that you might recognize that'll go for, you know, decent prices. I have a reason for doing it, but I always want to see. I don't know. I'm on some of those Facebook pages that people sell list stones. I don't see that many of them moving. So that's been the frustration of people that cut, is nobody's buying. You know, your target audience for a finished stone is very small. But I think nice stones have a better chance than, because the market is flooded with mediocre stones. And so we'll see. I mean, we'll see if they sell, let's see if they don't sell. But now let's cut this one right here. I picked the smallest one of the four, but this has got crazy color. So let's look at it. Get a little bit of water on it and see what we're looking at here. So like I said earlier, we got a double color bar. I don't know that we'll go for a two-sided stone. I don't know, man. That color bar is crazy. But the one above it, I think it's thinner, but maybe brighter with better color. I don't know. It's hard to say. So we're gonna, we can already see the color bar all the way around. There's no reason to go in. I mean, we'll clean up the edges just a little bit. Then we'll go straight in from the top and see what that color bar looks like. And then we've always got this one right here to fall back on. So let's just jump in and see what we got. Big rolling broad flash on that bottom color bar. There's not quite enough space between the two color bars to go for a two-sided stone, I don't think, but we might look at that. Especially if we ended up splitting it and making it a smaller stone. Okay, that's what we got. Actually, another little color bar down there. Man, I'm really intrigued by that bottom flash, its brightness and that stuff. But I think we need to go in this top here and peek at that one before we go too much further. And look at that color bar. Good night. Just trying to tickle off this skin that's on the top of it. Hoping to see color pop through any second here. Okay, there's the first little bit of it coming through. Trying to look to see if I've got any cracking or anything I might have to deal with. I'm hoping not. I'm hoping we'll get the full stone. And that big roll of green sure is pretty. It's a neon sign and it's got reds in it over here. I think it's fire. Taking a couple of, where's the green at? Taking a couple pictures of it. Okay. Go down a little bit further. There's a chance that the sand won't come out of this upper thin color bar and we'll have to go down to that next one. Good night, look at that. But I'm afraid that we're gonna lose going through that. We need all that crappy garbage to come off the top, or the beautiful color doesn't do us any good. Trying to find another good. Okay. I can't tell if that color bar is solid all the way down to the next one on this side. It almost looks like it might be. Just thins up on this corner here. We need that sand to come out. Oh no. Is that cracks? Or just lines? I think we might have a crack right there. Can't tell for sure if those are cracks or not. I don't want to keep going down if splitting it on those cracks will save the color bar. But you can see what I'm looking at there, right? Maybe even some got the light here. Every one of those are a crack. Every one of those lines. I've looked at it through the loop. That beautiful color bar is just fractured everywhere with cracks. It's possible we can go down to the next color bar and get out of the cracks, because looking at it from the side, it doesn't appear that they all go, that they go all the way through the color bar. That's just tragic. Oh, man. It's almost better off leaving it as a picture stone or a specimen. What do you think? What's the right thing to do there? All we'd end up with, I mean, it's like I said, the cracks didn't appear, they appeared to be surface cracks, natural cracks. I think part of this depth of color is that bottom color bar coming up through, because it's fairly clear material. Yeah, big crack right there too. I don't see any point in going any further here until we think about it. What would you do? It's just spider web with cracks everywhere. Crazy brightness, crazy color. Okay, well, here's what we have there. I'm not sure what to do. That color is just insane, and every one of those dark lines that you can see is a crack. There's more cracks that you can't see. I think that there would be a stone on that corner right there that I don't see any cracks in, and possibly another one in amongst those, like about a 1.5 maybe carat stone there if it was cut up. But I sure hate to cut up color like that. The brightness is, you know, that's four, nearly 5 on brightness. Color from everywhere, giant flagstones. And primarily green, but some red and that stuff coming up in it. Hopefully we don't run into that crack problem with some of the rest of this material here, but that sure was a disappointing stone. The ones that I'll be listing for sale will be the Andamuka 8.3 carat Andamuka. It was billed as crystal. I wouldn't call it crystal, but it's a very beautiful Andamuka Opal. It's got, in this light here, it's mostly greens. There is some reds, especially if you get it in the sunlight. Let me see if I can, yeah, right there. You can see some red in it. But so there's the 8.3 carat one. Then there was this one that was, what was that one, right at 2.8 carats. I've noticed this one after it's dried. This one does have a little bit of a spot on the very top, a scratch that didn't come out that'll have to go repolish before I would sell it. But this one's got more of the reds in it. Again, this light right here doesn't, daylight brings out the reds way better in these, but this light right here picks up mostly the greens and blues. But they're not directional. They're beautiful. They're solid. So I was going to sell that pair right there for maybe $1,000. I was going to recut this one down to an oval. That's a beautiful, beautiful teardrop that I don't like because it's a teardrop. But I think it'll make a really nice stone as an oval. And then I would sell it. And then I have this one right here. That is a beautiful piece of Cooper PD. Again, all the colors nice and bright, full colors. A lot to like about this one as well. About right at 2 carats, 2.1 carats. I just set, where is it at? Oh, it's on my finger. I just set this ring stone right here. I believe this is a size 8 ring. Beautiful, beautiful opal in that one. This one was right at 2 carats. I waited before I set it, but I might possibly list that one for sale. So the reason behind it is I've been spending all this money buying opal, and I've been planning on either buying another horse or buying a side-by-side. And every day I have a different mind whether I want to get a horse or a side-by-side. My circumstances may possibly make it to where I can't keep horses, and so that might be the deciding factor. As long as I stay where I'm at, I can, but that might not be doable. Anyway, let's look at the contest winners, or the contest winner of the ring. Let me show you it again. And so the language that I sang the song in was Filipino, Tagalog. I don't think anybody guessed Tagalog, but Filipino, just as good. This is our giveaway ring. That opal that I set in that video. She's a good looking, pretty opal. And I don't know right this second who won, but I only saw 3 guesses of Filipino come in, so it'll be between one of those 3, and I'm inclined to give it to the very first person who got it right, because it might be that person who kind of triggered the other people to look into it. So let me look real quick. Okay, so I'm sitting here looking at the comments, and there were 4 people that guessed correctly. One that kind of guessed Filipino as one, among other guests, Alabama. But the first person to guess Filipino, Danny Barton, 1641. The song is Filipino, called Ipaglalaban Ko. My partner loves the song being Filipino. So he correctly named the language, he correctly named the song, and I'm pretty sure that the next 3 people that guessed after that saw his explanation of why he knew that it was Filipino. So I think it's only fair that it go to the person that actually figured it out first. Thanks everybody for playing along. It was kind of fun. Danny Barton 1641. I'll have my email address in the description of this video. Just reach out to me and I'll get that ring sent out to you. Appreciate everybody playing along. If anybody has any interest in any of those opals, I'm probably going to be listing them for sale. I'm going to do a little bit of touch up on that one just to make sure that they're perfect before I sell them. And anyways, so I need to come up with about $2,000 more if I decide to buy a horse before the July 19th sale that I want to go to. If I decide not to get a horse and I decide to get a side-by-side, doesn't matter. I can do that at any point. But anyway, thanks everybody for watching.